Hey everybody, it's me checking in. Gonna do a video today on the solar kiln. Been working on it now for a couple days. Haven't really shown any of the progress until now. I'm actually also gonna do a video or do an additional thing on the unboxing of the Ecotech solar panel ventilation fan that I'll be using to do the ventilation for the solar kiln. I'll kind of do that towards the end of the video. But for right now, I guess I'll show you kind of where the kiln's at. I've been doing quite a bit of work on it. I ran out of wood, so I ended up having to mill a bunch of more wood for getting the framing done. 2x4s, 2x8s, 2x10s, a little bit of the roof deck just for doing the flooring, which is kind of where I'm at right now. The framing of the floor is kind of in different stages, which is why I thought it'd be a good time to do the video right now. I'm using a bunch of mist tints on the lumber to seal it for water, so that's why you see all the different colors. I'm doing the back side of the floor also sealed for rainwater and stuff like that. I guess one of the things I should mention is this is the stain I'm using. It's actually a self-priming water-based stain. Works really good for waterproofing your wood. So you can kind of see I've got a little bit of flooring done. I'm just kind of slowly working this way. Usually I do everything at once, but running out of wood, I did as much as I could with what I had, and then now I'm catching back up now that I have more lumber. So you can kind of see, since I showed the trailer before, I went ahead, put this this edging on it to do a deck over above the tires so that everything's on one level. I actually, before I put any of the wood on the frame, I stripped the frame down and repainted it. You can see it's now black. I did all the interior. I didn't do the axle obviously, but all the interior is done. It's all repainted, primed, so the rust is all stripped off. Essentially a new trailer. And then, yeah, you can see right now, I added the wood on. I should have probably just, when I did this, these should have been a 2x12, had I been thinking, but I actually deviated from the original design on that. So I ended up having to put another piece of wood on there to get my tire spacing right so that the tires don't run into the floor when it's fully loaded. So kind of walk down here. This is where I'm at right now. I need to cut these to the length and paint them. I have a bunch of miscellaneous wood on the inside here that needs to be taken out. So it's coming along pretty nice. You can see another thing that I did, I had to square this floor. The trailer was a little bit off of center, or a little bit off of square, so went ahead and threw some straps in here, ratchet straps, to tighten it up and do square. So everything's nice and straight now. It's ready to be framed up for the flooring. I still need to rewire the trailer brakes. I'll do that before I put the final deck on. So that's one of the things that I have left to do. That's kind of where everything's at on the trailer. After I get done doing the unboxing here, probably just end up doing a time lapse for you guys, kind of watch how everything's coming together right now, just so you have an idea of, you know, what this process looks like. Everybody kind of does it different. I'm obviously not school taught on how to do this stuff, so you can just kind of take it with a grain of salt. So with that, go ahead, do this unboxing here. Like I said, this is the Ecotech solar power fan. It's actually an attic fan for like ventilating your attic. It doesn't really matter. Anything that's got good ventilation will work. This one, somewhere in here, it said how many cubic feet of air it moves. It actually moves quite a bit of air, so that's why I went with this one. Bought it from Amazon, obviously. I got a 75-degree thermostat that I'll be using, so anytime the kiln drops below 75 degrees, it'll stop circulating, and that's more of a nighttime thing. At night, your humidity goes up, so you don't want to be circulating a bunch of humid air into your kiln. Kind of defeats the purpose. So that's the thought process behind that. Hardware. Here's the fan. So and I'll kind of show you later on once I get the kiln all framed up to install the fan, and we'll get it running and whatnot. So I mean, that's a pretty nice fan. Not the best quality construction, but it'll work. Actually, the welds are pretty dang crappy, so maybe it's somebody that doesn't really know what they're doing, as long as it works. And this is just the solar panel here. So there you go. It actually looks pretty straightforward. It, plug and play from what I can tell. This just plugs right into the fan and you're ready to go. Not bad. So that's that for the ventilation fan. Pretty decent. So kind of where I left off with the unboxing, I just for kicks I decided to hook this thing up. It's actually pretty dang impressive. So it is I mean, it's a really simple install. All you gotta do is hook the wires up. So check this out. It comes with its own like racking system. I just went ahead, put the panel right here in the sun, and all you gotta do is just connect this wire here. Pretty straightforward. And it's got a screw together. But you can see that's quite a bit of air running off the sun. Super cool. So not bad. Solar power. Anyway, I guess I'll see you on the next video. Enjoy the construction part of the build here. Alright, so I'm going to give you guys a little narration of what's going on in the video. You kind of see me here getting the boards ready. These are actually the floor joists, using a 2x4 floor joist. These are all obviously off the mill. Just getting them cut to length. They'll all need to be painted. You can see I got the solar ventilation system set up. It actually dropped my board moisture content down about 5%, so it worked out pretty good. It's actually a really hot day. Here I'm just using that stain that I talked about earlier to do anything structural with the trailer was painted with that stain. So now I'm just working on the trailer brakes. This wire right here was actually kind of hard to find. It took me about 4 hours. It's a 2-wire. It's a 12 gauge 2-wire without a ground. I ended up having to buy it from an RV store. So I guess that's kind of makes sense that if you have anything trailer related, a good place to look is at the trailer store. So the hardware stores, everything they had was 12 wire with the ground, and you don't need a ground wire for this particular setup. Laying these floor joists out, what I'm really looking for is to make sure they're square on both sides, lining up. So I went ahead and marked all the spots and then put the floor joists in their proper spot, and then check for square after that. Now my dad's coming to the picture. He's kind of helping me out getting some of these cross braces in. I'm not sure what you really want to call them. Really, I'm just using them as a floor nailer, something to nail the floorboards into. Without those there, because of the way we're putting the floor in, it'd be really hard to get the floor nailed in properly For screws, I'm just using utility screw. I'm not really sure what it is. It's actually the drywall, what they use for doing drywall colors, the black ones. Not quite the best screw, but it's a 3.5 to 4 inch screw. Works really good for holding such big pieces together. So this can of paint I'm using, got a pretty good deal on it. I actually, it was a mist tint, I think a 5-gallon can of paint. It normally goes for about 135 to 140 bucks retail. I actually got it with the mist tint price at 25 bucks. So even in the big containers, it's something to look out for. She was more than happy to change the tint up for me because I wanted it really dark for the solar gain. So that's kind of why it's gray. I probably wanted to go black or something like that, but the gray will work too. So I can't really complain for 25 bucks. So that's it for this video, kind of wrap up the trailer framing. The next video will be the start of the kiln framing.